You know, there's this moment when you realize you're in love with someone and it hits you like a freight train. It's not always the grand gestures or the fireworks. Sometimes it's in the quiet, mundane moments. Like when you're sitting on the couch, both of you wrapped up in your own worlds, but there's this invisible thread connecting you. You glance over and they catch your eye, and suddenly the whole universe shrinks down to just the two of you. It's in those little smiles, those shared glances that say more than words ever could. You start to notice how their laughter fills the room, how it dances in the air and wraps around you like a warm blanket. You find yourself laughing at their jokes, even the bad ones, because their joy becomes your joy, and you can't help but want to be part of that happiness. Then there's the way you start to care about the little things. You remember their favorite coffee order, the way they like their eggs in the morning, the song that makes them light up. You find yourself going out of your way to make their day a little brighter, whether it's picking up their favorite snack or sending them a random text just to say you're thinking about them. It's like you've become this little detective, collecting clues about what makes them tick, what makes them smile, and you can't get enough of it. You start to realize that their happiness is intertwined with your own, and it feels like you're building this little world together, brick by brick. And oh, the way you start to think about the future. It's not just about the next date or the next weekend together. It's about the long haul. You catch yourself daydreaming about what life would look like in a year, 5 years, 10 years. You imagine lazy Sunday mornings, cooking breakfast together, and the way their hair would look all tousled and messy. You think about traveling, about exploring new places hand in hand, and the thought of it makes your heart race. You start to picture them in your life, not just as a fleeting moment, but as a permanent fixture. And that's when you know it's serious. But then there's the vulnerability that comes with love, the way it makes you feel exposed. You find yourself sharing your fears, your dreams, the parts of yourself you've kept hidden for so long. You let them see the messy bits, the insecurities, and instead of running away, they lean in closer. It's terrifying and exhilarating all at once, this dance of trust. You realize that love isn't just about the good times. It's about weathering the storms together, holding each other up when life gets tough. You start to understand that love isn't perfect. It's messy and complicated, but it's also beautiful in its own chaotic way. And let's talk about the jealousy, that little green monster that rears its head when you see them talking to someone else. It's not about possession. It's about the fear of losing something so precious. You want to be the one they choose, the one they think about when they're not with you. It's a reminder of how much they mean to you, how deeply you've fallen. You start to realize that love is not just a feeling. It's a choice, a commitment to be there for each other, to support each other, to grow together. So if you find yourself feeling all these things, the laughter, the little gestures, the dreams of the future, the vulnerability, the jealousy, then maybe, just maybe, you're in love. And it's a wild ride, one that's worth every twist and turn, every high and low. Because in the end, love is what makes life truly extraordinary. It's the reason we wake up in the morning, the reason we fight through the tough days, and the reason we celebrate the good ones. It's messy, it's beautiful, and it's everything.